the adventure's begun. Yo, NFTs and tokens, teddy bears our guide. Journey through the past where memories reside. Paired with teddy bear, Pulsechain's pride. Solid X and King Pooie by our side. Rewind the clock, let's play once more. Innocence and wonder, that's what we're for. Every click, every quest, we're reviving the past. With teddy bear, these moments will last. So go teddy bear, you know we're back in the game. Crypto memories, we're chasing the fame. Forgotten times, now we're reeling the fun. With teddy bear, the adventure's begun. In the attic, dusty and old, teddy bear story yet to be told. Memories of youth, lost in the haze, bringing it back to those carefree days. Treasure hunts and hide and seek, fun and laughter, that's what we seek. Through the website teddybear.rip, unlock your joy, come take the trip. So go teddy bear, you know we're back in the game. Crypto memories, we're chasing the fame. Forgotten times, now we're reeling the fun. With teddy bear, the adventure's begun. NFTs and tokens, teddy bears our guide. Journey through the past, where memories reside. Paired with teddy bear, Pulsechain's pride. Solid X and King Pooie by our side. Rewind the clock, let's play once more. Innocence and wonder, that's what we're for. Every click, every quest, we're reviving the past. With teddy bear, these moments will last. So go teddy bear, you know we're back in the game. Crypto memories, we're chasing the fame. Forgotten times, now we're reeling the fun. With teddy bear, the adventure's begun. Yo, teddy bear, you know we're back in the game. Crypto memories, we're chasing the fame. Forgotten times, now we're reliving the fun. With teddy bear, the adventure's begun. Rewind the clock, let's play once more. Innocence and wonder, that's what we're for. Every click, every quest, for a rip in the past. With teddy bear, these moments will last. Teddy bear, you know we're back in the game. Crypto memories, we're chasing the fame. Forgotten times, now we're reeling the fun. With teddy bear, the adventure's begun. From childhood dreams to digital schemes, teddy bear's here in the world of memes. Remember the joy, the laughter we shared. With teddy bear, those moments are spared. You know we're back in the game. Crypto memories, we're chasing the fame. So go teddy bear, you know we're back in the game. Crypto memories, we're chasing the fame. Forgotten times, now we're reeling the fun. With teddy bear, the adventure's begun. In the attic, dusty and old, teddy bear story yet to be told. Memories of youth lost in the haze, bringing it back to those carefree days. Treasure hunts and hide and seek, fun and laughter, that's what we seek. Through the website teddybear.rip, unlock and joy, come take the trip. Go teddy bear, you know we're back in the game. Crypto memories, we're chasing the fame. Forgotten times, now we're reeling the fun. With teddy bear, the adventure's begun. Yo, NFTs and tokens, teddy bears our guide. Journey through the past where memories reside. Paired with teddy bear, Pulsechain's pride. Solid X and King Pooie by our side. Rewind the clock, let's play once more. Innocence and wonder, that's what we're for. Every click, every quest, we're reviving the past. With teddy bear, these moments will last. So go teddy bear, you know we're back in the game. Crypto memories, we're chasing the fame. Forgotten times, now we're reeling the fun. With teddy bear, the adventure's begun. In the attic, dusty and old, teddy bear story yet to be told. Memories of youth, lost in the haze, bringing it back to those carefree days. Treasure hunts and hide and seek, fun and laughter, that's what we seek. Through the website teddybear.rip, unlock your joy, come take the trip.
Hello and welcome. I'm Mr. Sack Funds, aka Sack Daddy. Today I'm going to read you a poem I wrote called Same Chain. Without further ado. The SEC trying to rattle me. How flattering. Unstream broke boys trying to battle me. Shouting pulses down. That's not the real reason that they're mad at me. It's because behind closed doors, they're girls trying to saddle me. Largest airdrop ever. Who's as mad as me? SAC fund ETH trade. Philanthropy. BTC top called on the day, just casually. 27 million raised for charity. Just like the biggest diamond in the fucking world in which I own. Under pressure I grow. Supernaturally. I don't shake your weak hands, but I shake you weak hands. That's my strategy. Fuck. You're going to have to forgive me. I'm going to have to turn off the stream. My damn neighbors keep playing this song over and over.
It's your friend, Tommy. I'm a ride or die like Clyde and Bonnie. If they ripping the same chain I'm wearing on me, best believe we ain't Jeeps, homie. Fuck the Jeeps, homie. Vegetarian soy boy beats coming. Friendship is not confirmed, don't speak on me. If you speak on me, VCs ain't the only one that's dumping. Say hello to my little friend. You can meet Tommy. You can meet Tommy. You can meet Tommy. About to catch your body. Exes ain't coming. Like my exes need something. Like my exes need something. Fuck the SEC and the corruption. Trying to stop my bag. Trying to stop me making something. But stay good deal hunting. Just want you to meet one of my good friends.
You already know who it is, sexy Pulsechain, babe. Fuck a TA and what the charts say. Fuck selling in May, DCA. You know to play. Mr. Milkman say, daddy, ETH trade, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain. He's gonna get a pulse pumping. Haters heartbroken for dumping. What a sight to see while you're watching. You know the game, know the game. Buy low, make them gains. You know the chain, you know the chain, you know the chain. Say its name.
Your boy Richard blocked me, that's not gonna stop me making millions. Chart is choppy. Let me tell you something about me. I'm a meme picker, cash flipper, Pulsechain gang gang. I trade slicker, candle wicker. Lost in 2018, but that don't mean a damn thing. Fuck the SEC, this is Pulse TV. Fuck Gary G, let Richard be. So I can make more money, man. So I can make more money, man.
The content.
Hey, you guys, welcome into the show. Saturday, TA, all that kind of good stuff. You guys know the drill. I'm going to hit you guys with this disclaimer. You know the deal. None of this is financial advice.
The content shared in this YouTube video, as well as any resources linked below, is not intended to be interpreted or relied upon as financial advice. We are not lawyers, accountants, or financial advisors, nor do we claim to be. The information provided is not a replacement for personalized financial advice from a qualified professional who understands the specific details of your situation. While we strive to ensure the accuracy and value of the information shared on this channel and through associated resources, it should not be considered a recommendation to avoid consulting with a financial professional. Always seek guidance from a trusted expert to address your unique circumstances.
Hoorah. With that being said, you guys, today being Saturday, I'm on the road, just have an avatar, but really we have our special guest, KRJ, which is a really great crypto enthusiast. I'm going to bring a couple guys up, and then I think we're going to just get out the way and let the TA and charts speak for itself, the alpha. You guys fire away in the chats, and just like if you guys have any questions, I think that he has a lot of stuff teed up that he's going to hit home on, and we'll find out more. But I think that's going to be the blueprint for success. Feel free to obviously jump in the comments and say and ask about specific things as things go along. I'll just be in the background. I'm working on some other things here on the road via crypto swag, which is going to be exciting for everyone. Let me pull everyone up. This is good shit. What's up, fellas?
Dude, that video is classic.
Yeah,
love
we're gonna
that.
have to
Make
get
it
him on the
rain.
show here soon.
Make it rain. Yeah. And he has been reaching out to me. So
I look forward to seeing Pulse TV, man. That's just amazing.
right. How you doing, Kay?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Just getting excited for tea time, TA time.
Tea time.
Nice.
Hey,
What's
do you
up,
want
Vats?
do you want some like light background music playing while you're doing it, or just silence and do your thing? It's your call.
No, we can just do silence. That's how I go in the car, completely silent. Makes me think.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Make it rain.
Make it rain. Hey, and so anybody watching live Monday through Thursday, the shit show, we're looking to implement Saturdays as the TA charts alpha, all chains, not just Pulsechain, everyone, Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP. I had a request from Prairie Banana today to take a look at PTGC and UFO charts. I think that can happen. We just want to bring the alpha and the facts. You know what I mean? We want to be a source of not just fun and humor and making crypto fun again, but hit you guys with the bullish indicators. And sometimes things might be going down, and we want to hit you with the facts. So with that being said, everyone hit the share, the sub, make comments, all that kind of good stuff. KRJ, do you want us to just get out of the way and let you do your thing?
Yeah, let's rock it.
Okay.
Hoorah, buddy. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to share my screen. See what we got to play with here. So I've been trading for a long time, since 6 years now. When I started learning this stuff, I knew nothing. But fortunately, I got to get with a very, very experienced individual that got to show me a lot of the stuff and gave me a lot of the tools I use today. And just for FYI, this is not financial advice. I do a lot of trading, make a lot of money, I have a lot of fun, but this is not my day job. I don't do this on a daily basis. I like developing. I got a regular job. I'm just a normal person coming out here and doing my TA thing. So the charts, I learn everything, and the basis I look at is going to be trend lines. Because that's what everybody can understand. It's right to the point. I don't really get into a lot of indicators. Once I start getting into something where I think I'm going to make a good trade, I'm going to start to pull up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different reasons on why I'm going to make that trade. So 70% of people fail when they try to do trading. So my strategy is I'm going to swing the 4-year bear cycle, or the 4-year bull cycle, bear cycle. And then I'm going to trade my small bag in and out of the different stuff. I don't like a lot of meme coins. I like something with substance behind it, good founders. I check wallets. I check everything else. So with that ado, I have a list of a lot of different tabs up here in the top. We're going to go through all the main tokens that I look at, that I like to play with. And then we'll kind of back down from there. So if you have comments, I'm not going to see them all. So if Vets or anybody you want to pop in and say something, by all means. But we'll start off with Bitcoin, because we know we're running on a 4-year cycle. That's where we're currently at. So I'm going to give you my general sentiment and see where we're at. I think 110 is going to be the top for this particular area, or where we're currently at now. This right over here is going to be an Elliott. I can see this stuff as I'm actually looking at it. So the key things I point out, this is a 2-week chart on Bitcoin. It's a pretty simple chart. But if you take a look at something like this, is the stream going to play with me? We're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a pullback, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then a pullback. So this is very simple with Elliott waves. So I'm going to combine the Elliott waves, the support and resistance, and also trade patterns. So when you look back to 2017, you can literally draw a trend line straight across the top like that. You see how beautiful that line is. That trend line told you where this thing was going to stop. So at this point, I'm a little bearish, depending on where we're at. Are we going to make it up to the 120, 130, 140? Not till after we break this line. So I think we're going to mess around a little bit more, maybe get pull back. But a few other things, if you just draw another trend line down at the bottom, you now got a massive channel. So we're talking about December of 2025 being the top of the 4-year bull cycle. So if you look at that time frame right over here, this is going to be November and December. So where are we going to be at in this time frame? Well, we can pull up the Fibonacci if you want to pull up the Elliott wave real quick so we can see. This is going to be wave 1. This was wave 2. And then this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can possibly pull back to this level right here. Cannot trade below here. So this is the bottom level that you can possibly trade at this 63K. After we pass that 70K mark right here, you're not going down any further than that. So the 4-year right here, you're not dropping any further than that. That is your no-no zone. So if we do end up getting a pullback, it's going to be somewhere around this area, just like it did back here, if it does this. I'm not saying it will, but this is the general sentiment right over here. Is it going to break this line right here at the 109, 110? I don't think so. One of the things we can look at is the Elliott wave structure, or the Elliott wave. Draw that right across the top right here. This is the Fibonacci, and I've got my own custom fibs. It's basically broke down into percentages, just an FYI. So it goes 0, 25%, 382, 0.5, 618. This right here is the golden pocket, very important zone. I talk about it a lot. And then you also have the 75%, the 1. All these little things in between all have another meaning as well. Especially this 0.94 or the 004 area. That is the last resort before it takes off. So this is a really good level for you to see if you were to get these Fibonacci's. So if anybody wants these fibs, you're welcome to have them. Splashed up on the screen, you can make a copy. It's pretty basic, but when you pull the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top of this wave right here, the 1618 is just about hit. It could be hit. It could be playing around a little bit more. But this is roughly where you're going to be sitting at. So your top is sitting at 110. So maybe we can bounce down and come up here to hit this again before we end up dropping. This is on the long-term time frame. So if you're swinging it, the 4-year bear cycle, bull cycle, this is where I was buying. This is where I'm going to be selling. So wherever this ends up going, it could break up here. But this is the area I'm going to be selling this December of 2025. That's where I'm going to be getting out. So drawing your trend lines on the way up, you can see where this is a really good support level right here. So if we end up coming down and hitting this, this is a good place to actually be. Now you break it down to the daily time frame. And the daily tells you a little bit more of a better story on where we're going to go. All right, so this is really interesting right here. We'll delete all this stuff. So the daily time frame is what most people look at. It's this right over here is getting pretty close to coming back down to this level right over here. So in the short-term, medium-term time frames, we do look like we're probably going to get a pullback down to the 94 area, I would say. We don't want to trade below here. Otherwise, this level right here, see all this 1, 2, 3. If it breaks this level right here, if it touches this line right here, this horizontal line, we're coming down even more. So not to be too bearish on Bitcoin, but we're looking at this line to be able to save us, because we only have 1. This is a candle body. That's 2. This is a miss. We need 2 more hits to break this line. So if it comes down here, it's going to bounce. If it comes down here again, it's going to break right through and come down to this level. And then you want to look at the no-no zone, which is this area right here. So that's going to be your 73, which is what I expected, because this is your 1, 2, 3, 4 time as a break. This is a huge, 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 huge support. So I doubt it's going to get any lower than this level right here. If we do end up breaking down, it's not going to be as bad. We're not coming down to this 2,000, 4,000, 8,000 level. There is On the CME gap, there is one tiny little open gap that we never closed right over here at 9.8K. But from what I see, it's down over here. It's not going to get filled. It's this one right here. If you were to pull up the daily time frame, this 9.8K has got a gap right here. It's the only one that hasn't been filled down in this area. So CME gaps are pretty important, but they don't always fill. It'd be crazy if we drop down to a 9K Bitcoin now. So let's looking at the future structure on where we're at right here. You take from the bottom of the top, your pullback zone, right over here at this 94K. So this would be a good buy area if you were going to be swinging it and keep going up. So it's not bad. So Bitcoin set aside, I'm currently short-term bearish, still long-term bullish. So if I was trading my small account, I'd probably be taking my profits and looking for another one of these right here. So this was a pretty decent pullback, which may end up happening here before it takes off again. So on the L8 wave structure, we needed to stay above this level. This was the bottom of the structure. So you go wave 1, wave 2, didn't cross below the bottom of here. Wave 3, wave 4, didn't cross below the top of here. And then this is finally wave 5. So it completed its full structure. So I'm not anticipating that this is going to continue to ride right now. So with that being said, we can take a look at this looks like a pretty crazy chart, but this is the DXY, the dollar index. So typically it trades opposite of Bitcoin. So it's opposite correlated. So we're looking at the 4-year bear cycle over here. We can look at what happened on 9/11 and then the housing bubble crash. And then this is where Bitcoin currently was created, right in the middle after that crash happened. So then we can see a few things that kind of point out some history things, like the Bitcoin all-time high over here in 2014 before we had the massive push. We had the Mt. Gox hack, and then we had Russia invaded Ukraine, which was the Crimea. So at this time, when all that money was going in, the DXY was pumping. And that time the Bitcoin was breaking back down. So over here, this is the Bitcoin all-time high right over here. This is going to be 2017. This is the all-time high. So this is the all-time low. So right now, this is where we got that pump all the way up to 20,000. So we had this big, massive pullback from what happened over here with Ukraine. So I think something similar is currently going to happen. I think this area right here is this area right here. I think these two are very similar. So if you see, this is going to be December 2016, January 2017, and you can see the structure it's currently in. This over here is the same type of structure where it popped up again, and it looks like the DXY is going to take a major dump all the way down here, which would be the all-time high on Bitcoin. So right now we're still messing around to try to figure out what's going to happen with Bitcoin, if it's going to continue to go up to $1 million or whatever. But for now, I see a current small pullback for about a month or so. This is the monthly chart, so we shouldn't see a whole lot going on here. But then when that bull market starts, which should probably be March, April, when the taxes start going in, people getting their tax returns, we're going to see this completely drop all the way down to this level right over here. And this is massive good support on the DXY right here. So if that's if it continues to correlate and follow opposite correlate with the dollar index, we could see this being pulled back to this area right over here. So this is November, this is December of 2026 right here. So this is a really, really good area, December 2026. So you can see all of this stuff kind of aligns. We did get a wick on DXY. I knew it was going to pump right here. I knew Bitcoin was going to dump. As long as I use this as a map, it seems to work pretty well. So I've got a dozen plus charts like this that show a lot of correlation with different assets, including all the other currencies, which I can pull up on another stream. So Bitcoin right over now seems to be like it's going to trade, pull back a little bit, trade sideways, and then in a month or so from now, 2 months from now, we're going to get this massive drop on DXY like we did here, and then we're going to end up getting a really, really good pump. So this is another chart, just the same thing. It's basically coming down. We don't need to see that one. And then the other thing I wanted to pay attention to is the dominance. So a lot of people are asking the question about, like, when is alt season going to start? When is alt season going to start? Well, what I'm looking at here is the Bitcoin dominance chart and the Ethereum dominance chart. And you can see where it breaks and then it starts going the other direction. So right here we had two breaks on Bitcoin. There's no more support right here. This is the next support wherever this line is currently going to be. So on this trend line right over here, we're looking at a fallback to roughly about this area right here. So can you imagine, like, this whole year, like, the alts completely turn around and just go massive bullish, and then the dominance on Bitcoin goes down? That means that more people are buying altcoins than they are Bitcoin at this particular time. So whether it be Ethereum or Pulsechain, who knows? Cross your fingers, right? To the moon. We got a long ways to go up on Pulsechain, so we'll get to that in a minute. But the dominance chart looks like it's flipping. It looks like we're about to turn around here on Ethereum, so we're just waiting for it to currently go. I'm assuming that's going to be right around the February timeframe because, again, you got to follow the narrative when people get their taxes, when people don't have money, Christmas time. These are all different things that play out. And something that happens just about every year is the whales are buying in January because nobody has any money from Christmas. And then when people start getting their tax return, that's when stuff starts going up. So you're going to see all kinds of FOMO, fear of missing out right now in the markets, because all the whales that have bought in a whole bunch of money, they're now paying for marketing and paying people so that they can sell their bag at the end of tax season, which is going to be right around the April, March area. So June is usually going to be the bearish month, at least a pullback month. Not really too bearish on this next bull cycle that we currently got, that we're looking at right here. So I expect great things to happen right over now with this turnaround. But as it sits right now, we're still going down as far as the dominance. Bitcoin is still whooping the crap out of Ethereum. Ethereum should be waking up here in a little bit. With that being said, we're going to pull over to the Ethereum chart, which doesn't really look too fancy. I thought this was going to get a pullback, but let me put on the logarithmic chart so we can get a better take on where we're currently at. I was drawing some trend lines on this before, and I was looking at this right here, which is massively bearish. 1, 2, 3, 4 times a break, come up and retest, and now it's trading sideways. But the bullish part is that thing has popped up way too many times. You can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, just about ready to break. If this thing touches this line again, you're coming way up here to the $10,000 mark. So we're just waiting for that Ethereum to just rip right now. Nobody's paying attention because all the information's on the alts and everything else. But this right here is massively bullish. If it can touch this line one more time, at least it's going to be bullish up for another retest at that 10K mark. Easy. And that's just in April. So if we end up bouncing here, getting a pullback in April, we could technically continue to ride this up, because if you look at the chart here and see where we're at December of 2025, that's where we're going to be. So if you draw a trend line across here, do the same thing that Bitcoin did right there, we're going to be looking at a 22K Ethereum. So that's pretty logical as far as where we're going to be in the bull cycle. Do we have any bearish sentiment on this when we're looking at this? It is sitting right there at it doesn't know what it wants to do. It's got plenty of room. There's no touch right here. This is a skewed trend line. So you have to pull it from this area right here, start, and we're definitely looking like it's about to rip. So if Ethereum rips, Pulsechain and everything else is going to rip, because those are the alts. Again, I think the alt season is going to do a turnaround, but not until it breaks that all-time high. We're still sitting at that 4,800 for all-time high, has not touched it yet. So we're just waiting. And then my favorite, XRP. We got to talk about XRP. Where are we currently at on this, Mark? So we're looking at this cool little time frame where we were sitting right here. We traded sideways, and it likes to pump like crazy. So I'm drawing the trend lines completely up like this. We're looking at still another run all the way up to this $8, $10 mark right here. This is where I want it to go right now with this pump. So if it continues to ride up there, it's going to be amazing. We're talking about the SEC Ripple case being finalized here. I know we've been talking about it for a long, long time, but you just want to pay attention to a few things like your trend lines. You can see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 times a break, and you just completely ripped. Same thing here, ripped. Same thing right here, ripped. So I really, really think this is going to continue here. If it ends up getting a pullback, if we do this where we trade sideways for 6 months and then we end up running again, we're going to be up in these areas right over here. So this is going to be your $20, $25, $41, $108, and $2,000 a coin. Is it possible? These are all possible. Absolutely. You can see the big trend line right over here, just like Bitcoin did. I think XRP is severely suppressed. So this is November of 2025. We know October is going to be a massively bullish month. So if we consider the area that we're currently in right now, this has a long ways to go. So this runs on a 4-year cycle, but it's 2 months behind. So when we look at this over here, March 2017, this pump over here is December. We take October, and then we basically come over here to January, February. So this is a couple months behind the actual time on the 4-year cycle. So it's playing out like it's supposed to. So I would expect this pump right over here, this second pump, if we end up coming here, we end up trading sideways. I think right around the October, we'll be rocking it. We're going to break this trend line for sure. It only needs 2 hits to break this upwards trend line. So I'm going to expect at least $100 XRP. Will it get up here? It's tough to say, but the outlook is very positive for XRP for now. Looking at the short term, it does look bearish. This is the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin. We can start pulling up the indicators and see where we're currently at. This is a bearish sideways action. It's currently making what would be called the BART pattern, which is where it pops up, it trades sideways like the top of BART's head, and then comes down and then currently bounces off of that. So on an Elliott wave structure on the 4-hour, we can see that we've got, this is the bottom. This is going to be wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. If this pulls back, you cannot trade any lower than this level right over here. Otherwise, it breaks the Elliott wave structure. So I think this is a really, really good level to be at that 259, 260 area. But again, I think this is going to get a massive drop right over here. And this intersection is going to be June 2025. So we can still trade sideways for a little bit. Still January, so it's coming up really soon. So we're talking about the next couple of days. So watch for a pullback on XRP. I can zoom in a little bit more and get a in-depth 1, 2, 3, 4 times a break right here. It's really obvious. And then your next drawback is going to be right here. You want to draw some patterns. We're going to be looking at some sideways pattern like this. Very, if it breaks this, we can continue upwards. But for now, we're looking like we're going to get pulled back. So short-term bearish for XRP. But after it hits this line, I think we're going to smoke. Give it a little time to catch its breath. If you haven't been watching Sui, I think Sui is a great product. I have my own token on Sui called Luke the Beluga. It currently looks like this is a 4 times a break, and it's going to end up pulling back to probably this level right here. So this would be the bottom of the structure, no lower than this right here, which is $2. This is the bottom, and then this has not finished its current wave yet. So we're currently looking at where's the top of the wave. Oh yeah, look at that. The 1618's almost hit. It's a little shy, so you might get a pullback, and then you come up here, smack this, and then come down again. So a little shy from that $5, almost $6 area. But yes, definitely get a pullback. How far will it go? We need to check this area right here first. If it breaks this last high, then we consider coming down to this one right over here. So watch for this level at the $3.80. That's where I would say it's going to turn around and be bullish for a little bit. So that's on the 3-day time frame. Pull it down to 4 hours. And Sui looks like it's getting a pretty decent pullback. I'd probably look at levels right here. See this big old channel right here. So watch pull down to there, get popped up, and see if it runs from there. So Deep is the other one I was looking at. If you don't know what Deep is, this is called Deep Book, and it's a part of Sui. The best knowledge I have of it, it is like a liquidity pool for Sui. So this runs as well too, and this is a really, really low price in my opinion on where it's currently at. But this is tied really, really close to Sui. Is currently sitting in a bearish trend. However, it might bounce off of here, come up to this level again right here. So I've only got 1, 2. This is 3 hits. So I expect a good run up to 30 cents. Easy. 30, 31 cent easy. So Deep Book is a good one to get into. And just an FYI, if you are into Sui, you can get into suilend.fi. And if you run down the list, you can see Deep is paying 22%. And really, really good project to actually get in. So not financial advice, but this is what I would do if I was in Sui and I was holding Deep. So let's go over to the Pulsechain. We love Pulsechain. So right now, as I was talking about ink a little while ago, we were looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4 time as a break. We're not there yet, but we got 1, 2, 3, clear 3. So if this breaks right over here, we've already got the Fibonacci already set up, and we're looking at levels of somewhere around this 0001. I think this is SAC level. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if we end up getting back up to SAC, we're going to be in. I think we'll be in good shape, at least for a good starter. Looking at it though, we got our Elliott wave 1, 2, 3. This currently traded below the top of this, so that's no longer valid. That means that we have to pull this Fibonacci even higher. And the way that I pull these fibs, it's really simple. You can follow this structure really easily because we're looking at a structure like this: wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. The rules are that wave 2 cannot cross below wave 1. Otherwise, it starts over. But since we already got this right over here, wave 3, wave 4 cannot cross below the top of wave 1 with a candle body close. So if it does, then you have to start the structure over again. So typically what you're going to see is the 25% level is going to be sitting right here on the top of wave 1. That's a little cheat code, just an FYI. So because this was invalidated, when we bring this back down here, this is where I thought we were going to end up bounce from, because we had this, we had good support. This did not hold support at all. It just completely dropped or straight through it, which means that this is no longer at the top of wave 1. And this is no longer the bottom of wave 2 and wave 3, right? So you got to completely change that whole structure. And now you got to stretch it up. And the reason why I do this is a couple of reasons. One, you can see that the next fib lines up perfectly with the rest of this. You're going to see the top of this right over here. When it gets pulled back, this 0.04 or the 96, those are the same levels, just flipped, is where you want to pull back to. If it goes any lower than this, then it's going to continue going downwards. So just an FYI, we're still within the range of being bullish. So this is wave 1, wave 2. Now the next stop we're going to have is going to be up here. So we break this level, we bounce off of that, and we continue upwards. Again, if you break this 1, 2, 3, 4 times the structure, this is extremely bullish. So cross your fingers that we can completely pump right through that. So There's other tokens that have already done it. We can see the ecosystem of Pulsechain really starting to thrive right now with some of the other tokens. But for the main token, the main chain, this is looking like it is the bottom and we need to turn around. So this right over here is not quite the bottom because you traded below here. So this is now starting a brand new Elliott wave structure. That means that this is all one big wave one and then all the way down for one complete bear cycle. This is the bottom of the bear cycle right here, September 2024. So that's what we're looking at with Pulsechain. If we want to look at the Trump coin, we I don't know why I'm pulling this up, but we're definitely looking at some nothing action happening on Pulsechain, on Trump coin. But you pull a trend line down right over here, you just finally broke bullish after this nasty pullback. It broke this structure right here. So again, you can pull all the way back down to this 94 level. Let's delete all this stuff so we can see it on a better basis. And we'll pull this up to the hourly time frame since we're not trading on a 15 anymore. Pull a Fibonacci from the bottom to the top. We're currently sitting below the golden pocket. So I would probably project we're going to come down to this level. Worst case scenario, we come down to this level, $2.79. Oh my God, Trump. I feel so bad for this coin. But yeah, you still got a lot of room to go down. But for now, short term, it's bullish because it just broke that trend line. It might ride it down for a little bit, but I don't like this coin right now. So right now it's a break and it's a retest. As long as it holds this support right over here, this $28, we can expect it to go up and fit inside of a nice little channel. If it stays inside the golden pocket, this is where we're going to end up at this $46. So that's a good place to be able to trade from. And we don't even want to look at Melania. She's not doing too hot. So we're going to go ahead and leave her off to the side. And then let's take a look at a couple of my other favorites I like. PulseX is a fan favorite. I got some. I forgot about it. It's in my wallet. Don't really look at it anymore. Apparently, this is trading better than Pulsechain, because it's burning more. So the value is going up higher than that. Thank you, Maverick, for pointing out this WPLS. Let's go to PLSX, WPLS. If you don't know Maverick, he's a really good guy. We're going to talk about him all day long here. So if we pull this up to the WPLS price, you can see if you held PLSX versus Pulsechain long term, you would have been gaining a lot more value. So the price in dollars per PulseX, you're getting a lot more value. It's getting really close to turning around and going the other way, but it hasn't done it. Right here was pretty scary because you had that wick down here, but it did not close the candle body below there. And now it's above that. So it's probably going to end up ripping again. So once we take off. So we're going to watch this chart pretty regularly. If you don't know how to do that, you just type in PulseX, and then you, instead of looking at it on the USD scale, you look at it on the WPLS scale. This is going to tell you the difference in ratio between the two different coins. Really, really good chart to look at to see where your value is going if you're holding Pulsechain. So we're going to look at the time token. I really like time token. This is one of the ones that I got in a long time ago. It gets you Pulsechain yield as well. So you just hold on to the token and you end up getting Pulse. So this is the time token by Internet Money. Internet Money's got their own Internet Money wallet. I like the platform. I like the wallet. KG's a really good guy too. So, but the coin's just trading sideways. I mean, you can literally make it flat here. It's not really doing a whole lot. So we're still waiting on the magic to happen. So this is just going to have to go up. You can see a cup and a handle forming right over here. So it's a sideways cup and a handle. It is bullish because it's on the way up. And then you've got your cup. So this is going to have to be a handle before it does anything else. You want to draw a trend line like this probably take it from here to here. That is your handle. So once you hit this again, you're going to hit it one more time. And if you break up, you'll end up coming up to this level, double top it over here. So, but long term, it's good to just hold on. And then you got your internet money as well, which is basically doing the same thing. It's following the same structure. It currently looks like it's bullish, according to the structure. It's just about there. It's just about there. We'll see what happens with this level right over here. But this is the bottom. This would be the top, and then this is going to end up pulling up like this. Just draw your Fibonacci like so. And you can see the future structure, which can be somewhere around this this level right here, which completely destroys the top right here. So I like internet money. Next up is going to be the UP token, and there's actually a contrast difference between the UP and the UPX. When you put them side by side, it looks like the UPX token is actually getting more value over the UP token. I'm pretty surprised that they're not kind of tethered to each other, since they have so much liquidity tied to each other. This is really, really interesting. But the far winner right here is going to be the UPX token. This one right over here has got a lot of potential because of its tokenomics. So definitely keep an eye on this one. As far as the bullish sentiment goes, everything looks like it's right in line to be able to just completely take off. It doesn't have any bear sentiment anymore because you broke that structure right over here. You had a 1, 2, 3, 4 time as a break. You came over here, didn't even retest it. You just completely destroyed it. So this is definitely bullish. And I will definitely be picking up more of this this token right over here. Again, it's got the same structure where you got the cup and handle. This one looks like it's almost done with the handle. Come on, where's my tool? Yeah, so you're almost done with your handle right here. So you're going to end up breaking out and taking off. So similar to internet money, but this one over here is going to just completely blast off. So I like UP token, UPX. And we look at a few other tokens that are out there that I'm in, but I'm sad to say that I'm not sure why they look as they do. I mean, this is the Tetra token, and it seems like this should be just rocking and mooning because you know, they got a good team, and but we're gonna skip right over this one because there's not a lot left. It broke the all-time low again. It's not making any higher high structures. So this one is just, I mean, right here it broke a bullish structure, but continuing to go sideways. The other token that's similar to this that I'm not happy about is we'll get to it. We'll get to that token. We'll get to it. Next up is going to be Fame, basically doing the same thing. I'm not sure what happened with these guys or what happened with the token, but again, it's broke the lower low. You get this structure right over here, 1, 2, 3, 4 time as a break. And there you go. That is now massive, massive resistance now. It broke the support 4 times. And now you're here. It can come back up and hit this, but you have to hit it at least 2, maybe 3 times to break back through that before it takes off again. So not sure what's going on with Fame. Good old Hex got a little bit of a pep in its step here in the last few days, isn't it? Let's see what happens. That looks like a 4 time as a break. Still needs to come back down for a retest, in my opinion. But this starts your structure with your wave 1, wave 2, and you certainly can come back down and hit this level again before you take off. I like Hex. This is the Pulsechain version of Hex, and it definitely has a lot of bullish sideways structure. Maybe, I mean, you really look like you took a massive hit right there with that drop. Look at that break and support right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 time as a break. I can probably see a hidden head and shoulders pattern in over here where you got the measured move and this looks like it's the end. You made the double bottom pattern. So it looks bullish right here, similar to this, but not as bull target as it's supposed to be running right now. So, and then EHEX just looks sad. I wish that this didn't happen right here. I wish we could have just traded sideways and went down, but you've got a bullish turnaround right over here. So Richard Hart's love child is starting to break bullish for the first time here. So, but you got a decent structure on that. So maybe this one's just suppressed, and we'll end up coming back in. Whenever I redo my deck screen, it always does this Fibonacci's right over here, and I don't like them. So the 1618, you broke that structure. So you really have to bring this up and see where you're at right now. Oh, you're bouncing right over here. This is going to be the golden pocket zone. So it's not bad. If you break inside this golden pocket, you're going to end up popping up to the top of here, or even just completely destroying it, coming up to the 005. So I would like to see more of a cup and a handle before you break out. So it looks like it's currently done, but you can trade sideways and do one of these fake out things where nobody's paying attention to it anymore, and then completely rip. Similar to what you see right over here with this. That's crazy, man. Come on, man. That's crazy how these big ass pumps just go bam, bam, bam. So Hex, Ink is one I had my eye on because of mainly because of Solid X right over here. So I was telling everybody that I was really looking at Solid at the Ink token, and we pull this down to the 4 hour, and I said this was going to be the bottom right here, which gave me a really good structure. If you pull this here, this red line right over here, the 004, this is where you're looking at as far as a rejection goes. And it did, popped up, which made this the top. This structure broke, so this is no longer the bottom. So we really have to look at this whole structure as wave one. And if you do that, we can put the 0.25 on the daily time frame. Just an FYI. Take the 0.25 right over here. Delete that. We'll take this. We'll take this. Like that. So now you got this 0.25 level right over here from the bottom to the top. We ended up coming down, touching that 0.04, just absolutely beautiful. And then from there, you're rocking up. You're already above the 0.125, and now you're going to definitely head straight up to this this 25 and break it. So still look like we're trading sideways here. Let's see what we're doing. This looks like a huge bullish structure as well. Yeah, that just broke too. Holy cow, dude. That's massively bullish at this time. Your bearish structure, you want to stay above here. This is really good that it didn't touch. So Ink token is extremely bullish. And it's really good for Solid X because Solid X has a lot of ink tied to this. When I get to Solid X, I'll pull that up here in a second. So Ink is extremely bullish. I don't know what's going on with Teddy Bear. I don't know why Teddy Bear moves like this. I don't have a lot of conviction in it. I did like Teddy Bear when I first started trading it, but if you don't know, I created a token called Teddy Bear. I just wanted to do marketing with V-Roots, and that didn't go so well. So when I went on to his little podcast thing that they were shield shot, so he didn't really find my token too kindly. So I decided not to really pursue anything more with Teddy Bear. I have some of it. It looks like it's tied to a Tropa. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered with the Tropa and the dev, and a lot of stuff going on in the background. I have no idea, but you can clearly see the 1, 2, 3, 4 times a break. It's trading as it's supposed to, and it's got some bullish sentiment right over here with another break bullish side. Where are we right here? 1, 2, 3, 4 times a break. And 1, 2, 3, 4 times a break. You did not come down and retest that. Let's play this a little more. And then where is it going from here? Definitely looks like it's got some running to do, but ultimately this is the next massive resistance right over here to be able to watch. So next time it ends up coming up here. So let's go ahead and run some trend lines right across the top. And this is going to be February 2025. So we're looking at the 4-hour chart right over here, and this intersection, if you wanted to look at if this is going to run up to this level, you'd be looking at February 2nd, 2025. So that's only a week or so away. So can Teddy Bear run this massive bull? Let's see what the percentage would be if you were to get some. You'd be looking at 129%. That's completely doable. 129% on Teddy Bear. Considering that, it came from here. You know what? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and delete this. And let's take a look at the daily time frame. And let's put this on the 2-day time frame to make this a little easier. We'll go to 3-day and see where we're currently at. And then we'll pull up the log chart really quick before we move on. So you put this over here. Put 0.25 on there. Let's go here. Where are you at? The 1618. You completely destroyed it. Is this the top? I wouldn't say so. I say the 0.25 right over here is at the top of this level right over here. 2.6. This would probably be 2.5 right over here. And then this is the golden pocket zone. So looks like it's a wick, maybe on the weekly right over here. But this looks like a completed structure, and this should be coming down for an ABC correction. So I think if it comes back up here to close the double top, I would probably be looking at this level right here and watch for it to pull back before it ends up taking off again. But you need an ABC pullback over here. Do we have that on the daily? 1, 2, 3, 4? No. So this would be the level to watch out for. If it breaks this level, which it currently looks like it's close to, I'd probably say that you're going to get a pullback here. Teddy Bear's highly tied to the Atropa ecosystem, so, and it's got a, you know what? What happens if we do this? This would be a bull pennant, massive bull pennant, but you definitely blew that out of the water. Watch for this level right over here, the 9798, because this would be an A, B, C, D, E correction before you take off again. So that's the level I would be watching out for. Let's fib this. See where we're at. It's not bad, man. It's still bullish as hell. If you try to squeeze that little bit more out of it, so this level right over here, the 9999, if it ends up coming here, watch that level to see if it gets rejected. I would say it's going to get rejected right there. So you got a little bit more to go before you pull back on the short term. We're looking at Solid X. Oh, Solid X is fun because it's got so much potential and the price is so low right now. But if you were to pull up Solid X, the one thing you need to really watch is this. Look at Solid X, and an Ink token has got $2 million in liquidity in tied in with Ink. So it looks like the highest liquidity pair that's out there, which means that whatever way Ink moves, it will move that market as well. And just to let you know that it was more than a week or two ago that there was only $1 million worth of Ink token it was paired to. Now it's 2 million. So just an FYI, this is heavily paired to the Ink token, which has done a reversal and should do a massive run up. So look at this, 1.1 million tied in with a stable coin as well. Holy cow, dude. If you're not getting Solid X, man, you're going to miss out when this thing hits. It is about to rip too. Hasn't broke the structure yet, but next time could break it. You know, I got on the log chart. Let's get off the log chart. And let's pull this down a little bit more and see where we're at. Be a little bit more realistic on this chart. It's right there. Right about to break, man. Right about to break. Yeah. So, yeah, I've definitely watched this because it has a long way to run. It's got the same supply as Bitcoin. There's just so much potential with all that liquidity sitting in here. It's only 81K on the WPLS side, but on the ink side and everything else is this huge potential. So keep an eye on SolidX. What are we doing with PGTC? PGTC. I can't say nothing more than it's bullish. God damn. I'm glad I got some of this. I don't look at these tokens all day long, every day. It's just too much to look at with all the different things to push. But holy cow, you completely just destroyed the structure. Look at the 0.25 right over here. Look at the 786. Oh my God, the golden pocket zone. And now your next stop is going to be up here at this 0010. That'll be the next stop before you decide what you're going to do from there. Can you break it? Sure, absolutely. But as far as this, you got another 30% to go. But look how beautiful this chart is, drawing from the bottom to the top. Don't mind my fibs because I'm going to have to redo them because, again, Deck Screener just doesn't do this. But look at this golden pocket zone, the 382. Rejected, candle body closed right on the golden pocket. The 75% right here. That's just, I'm just in awe with this Fibonacci's. With a simple pull like that, you can get a general direction of the psychology of the market. That's the only reason that this works. It's just the psychology. But yeah, definitely 30% more to go on this before it decides what to do from here. If you want to draw some simple trend lines, let's go ahead and delete what we got. And we completely destroyed that that trend line. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4 time as a break right there. So if it does come back down and retest before it comes over here, we're only looking at pulling back another 5% before it ends up rocketing back up that 30%. So BGTC is definitely definitely the winner right now as far as the bullish sentiment. It's just destroying every other chart that's out there right now from what I've pulled up so far. And then this is the other one I was talking about earlier. I really, really wish Spark Token would wake the fuck up because I like their platform. I like their website. I like the guy that does the AMAs. But it is just crashed, man. Just nothing left of it. Completely destroyed. I remember buying in when it was 17 cents over here, just trading sideways and doing all this fun stuff. I was thinking, man, this thing's going to take off. You know, they got the 404s, their NFTs. They got stuff that's that you can utilize on chain. I'm like looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 times a break. I'm like, come on, break out of here. You got one tiny little wick. And then it just decided to just go down. I have no good information about this. It looks like it's at the end where it should be turning around. If you were to draw, I don't know if I'm going to get a good fib chart right here, but let's do it anyway. What are we looking at? 201. So we're into this an hour already. So let me draw this fib channel down real quick and see what we got to play with. So this is where we're currently at, and I said that 94% or that 004, that's at this level. So it is a really, really good place to be able to turn around. At least go, look, you stopped there, you stopped here, you stopped here. Fibonacci's work on more than just the ones that go straight up and down. This fib channel is very, very important. I use it all the time. Same exact fib levels. I didn't put any custom in here, so just an FYI. But now we're going to talk about the Pulsechain copies. And just going through this, you had a cup and a handle, and then you see this massive run up. So this is what you're going to kind of expect with this sideways action. And then you're going to see this completely take off. So this cup and a handle on the previous charts, very good illustration of what you're probably going to end up seeing here in the near future on the other tokens. But Pepe, I don't like Pepe personally, but since a lot of people trade it and there's a lot of people that hold it, there's 32K of liquidity. We don't care about market cap, but 32K in liquidity is enough to actually play with it, to do something with it. If you're just putting in, dollars, not thousands and thousands, good place to be able to be for this to rock up. I think you got a lot of place to go with these pulse copies. Can you believe that you got a copy of all these different tokens and then you have value in them? So the people that are coming over now, if they had one Bitcoin, it's now worth $1,700, and it was just a copy of the wrapped Bitcoin from the Ethereum side. And the people that don't even know about it yet have liquidity that's sitting in here. So because these are actually going up in value, it's very bullish for Pulsechain. Very, very bullish for Pulsechain. If we can just grab those people's attention and let them know, hey, there's definitely money over here on this side. And just to take a little break from that, if you go to trade.kingpooie.com, and if you wanted to show anybody, this is what I'm going to be putting together to help people. But if you come down to the wallet balance, you can use DBank too, but I can't iframe DBank, otherwise I'd use it. But if they don't have to connect their wallet, but if you just put in the wallet address, your friends, family, whoever had wallets, if they just put it in right here and they click enter, it'll show them all their assets that they got on the Pulsechain side. Or of course, you can just take them right over to DBank, and then DBank is a great place for you to put in the wallet, and it shows them all their stuff as well. So I'm not affiliated with DBank. I have no promotional stuff with them, but they have a really good platform, a really good layout. So this WBTC just blows my mind. Looking at where I was getting in at the $60-some a token, and where it is today, where it was here, it's just massively bullish. It's crazy. You know what? They did a good job by paying for all these different tokens to be listed this way as well, to make them highly recognizable. So shout out to the people who did these. They did this for a lot of different tokens that are out there that are the Pulse copies. But as far as this is looking, I mean, it's just massively bullish, man. Look at where these Fibonacci sit. Holy cow, dude. That was at 2.5%. It dropped all the way back down to. And now you're inside the golden pocket. This right over here might end up getting pulled back to the 0.5. If it closes a candle above here, you can consider it going up here, no problem, up to the 2100. Maybe trading sideways before it decides to take off again. But man, if you're holding this WBTC, this wrapped Bitcoin copy, this free copy is worth $1,700 a token. Holy cow, dude. What's next? Of course, we're going to be looking at PDI. I was bringing this up before, but everybody talks about PDI to $1. Well, where is $1? Let's put on the logarithmic chart so we can get a little bit more of where we're going to be at the dollar. But if you draw the fib, I don't know, it's from here. If you're drawing a Fibonacci, you got to click this little button right over here to get. You just draw this up to $1 here. See where we're at. And let's make this 0. Coordinates. Make that 0. Make that 1. What do we got? Holy cow, you could have predicted this golden pocket zone. Just crazy, man. You popped inside the golden pocket, up to the 0.5, blew right past it, and now you've hit your head 2 times on here. You know what happens? 1, 2, 3, 4 times a break. So you're going to come up here, smack this one more time at the 2 cents, and then you're going to rock it back up here to this next 14 cents per token. Absolutely bullish on PDI. I'm not a fan, but because there's so many people that are into it and like it, I mean, you are right at a pivotal moment to where this is going to end up shooting up. So I really like PDI on the chart, not as the actual copy token. And the one thing I don't like about them is somebody has the keys. It's a stable coin. It's a stable coin that if they decided to just take the keys and mint or burn, they can do whatever they want. One of the other tokens that were out there that was nefarious was what was the one that was out there? It's the one that we had massive issues with just recently. So LUSD. So that is a good reason on why you should just be cautious when trading tokens that are able to mint and burn on the other chain, because they have the keys, whoever's minting and burning, and they can mint and burn as many as you want. By the way, that would be the same token. That would be the same problem with WBTC, because it's a wrap version of Bitcoin, just so they mint and burn this to be able to keep it stable. This is Bitcoin on Ethereum network, so just an FYI, this to completely rip you down to zero. So just be cautious with this one, because there's a lot of gray areas when it comes to these. All speculation. Just be careful when trading these. And then what do we got next? The Uni token, which is pretty interesting. Uniswap token has currently got a lot of bullish sentiment to it. I mean, if you were going to ape into any of these smaller DeFi tokens, this is like a good time to be able to get in these before they end up just moonshotting. It's high risk. These tokens are complete copies, and the only ones that exist on these Pulsechain are only the ones that are copies. So these are strictly just meme coins. So this is the Uniswap token on Pulsechain. Same contract address. But this one right over here definitely was a good buy to be able to get in a long time ago. And I think it's still a good buy. I think it's got a long ways to go. You can't really compare the price to the regular token, because only the ones that got copied are the ones that came over here. So not the full supply was in there. One of the ones to look at would be CRO, which is a good example. If you look at CRO in the screener, not all the supply is there. So the difference in the amount of tokens that you've got is pretty dramatic. So this is purely speculative. The people that have the tokens, they're locking up their own liquidity with Pulsechain and other tokens. So I do think as Pulsechain and PulseX rises, these are actually going to get a higher return, because they have a smaller market cap. More money will flow in there. So basically, people will see these pumping a higher percentage. But again, they do have that risk associated with it. If you hold Pulse and PulseX, they have liquidity behind it, to where if people start to dump off, you may have some time to exit and take your profits. Where these, they can just completely be destroyed with one massive organization. So again, they've upgraded the token. So good job. Kudos to the people that are making these things known. And then M32, you know, that token that everybody got. There's only 32 tokens that have ever been made. It's currently worth $401,000 per token. I don't think anybody owns one single token. But again, this has the same bullish sentiment as that. When they're tied to the other pairs, this has $193 in liquidity, so it's not going to take nothing for you to move it. But it's moving up because the other tokens are going up. Like, it's tied to WBTC. So when you have tokens that are copies that are tied to WBTC and they're running the WBTC up, these are going to run up with it, even if nobody trades it. So that is the caveat with this. When you look at this, 34 minutes ago, 9 hours, 11 hours ago, nobody's really trading this token. So you always want to ask yourself, why is this going up? So if you get in this, you're just going to have to drain the liquidity out of those other pools or swap out to whoever locked up tokens with these. But, I mean, you do have $193 to play with. The other ones that are really interesting, StreamYard is now sharing. Yeah. So the Maker DAI had this huge run up, and I said we need to get out somewhere around the $60 mark, and it completely shot up to $81. But it ended up getting pulled back. So where is it now? This is your level to stay above. Let me get a horizontal. So I don't need to draw this out. So this is your level you want to stay above. We'll take the last high. Did you trade above that? No, you are trading below that. That is not good as far as the token is concerned. It did break a little bullish here, so expect this maybe to pull up and then pull back down. But this little tinkle winkle little drop you got right over here is not good. You could start over and say this is the bottom, and then you come up here, and then you got your next drop right over here. So this is your no square. Take the wick too. Just take the whole wick like this, and that's your no square. Don't trade any higher than that right there. So this is currently bullish, short term, but medium term, you could possibly come back down here, retest that $13 before you end up going up again. So just watch out for anything on this one. But yeah, it seems bullish for now. We'll see what happens if this closes a daily candle out with a, are we on the daily right now? Yeah, so you got a few more hours, 6 more hours. So we'll see what this does. If it closes back below here, you'll end up dropping down. But if you stay above here, you'll pop up and then you'll pop back down. So you look for this level right over here. So if you pop up, you might come up to this $29 mark, and then you'll come down. Because this, again, this is an Elliott wave down. This starts the Elliott wave structure. This is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. And you can do the same thing here by taking your this. Did the 1618 right over here hit this? Yes, it did. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this could start your new structure to the upside. So definitely is an either or on this one. Look at Toshi. What is a Toshi? That sounds disgusting. Elon is the other one I wanted to pull up, the last one before I pull up anything else. I might have one more. But Elon right over here looks like it's just completely blowing things out of the water. I don't know why Elon. Looks like it's another one of those ones that they updated, so it's probably tied to the other liquidity, and that's probably the reason why it's moving. Are people trading this one? Let's take a look. Trades happening, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 14. Yes, it's not bad. Let's see what it's tied to. I'm curious. Take the contract address, stick it in here, see where the liquidity is. Looks like it's tied directly with ETH, which is really interesting, which means if Pulsechain pumps, Doge Elon will actually pump with it. You got USTC. Oh, that's the Ethereum side. Never mind. So yeah, you look at USDC on this side. On PulseX side, you got 4.9K with WPLS. So yeah, WPLS runs, it's going to run with it. So definitely interesting to keep an eye on this one right over here, because if nobody trades it and WPLS goes up, this goes up with it, and it's got 4.9K. It'd be worth a couple $100 in my opinion. That's the Elon token. What do we got here for the last one? Yeah, Aave is the same thing. This is, I think Aave is doing the same thing with all those tokens, Teddy Bear and all these. But where is it going to go? I would draw a trend line right here, and I'd watch for this level. So you don't want to buy in a pump like this. These green candles, don't chase them. I personally wouldn't be putting any money in this one right now. I'd be putting it in as the break happens. But you can see really clearly that 1, 2, 3, 4 times is a break. That what are the other tokens going to do? This is a great example of what you're about to see in the other tokens. Just this massive rip. You got this cup, you got this handle right here, and then you got this takeoff. So this is a good illustration. Toshi, pump now, it says. Why does everybody want to pump Toshi? Toshi, is that what we got? Toshi what? Toshi ETH? Isn't that even a Pulsechain token? Let's take a look. Am I looking at the right one? Toshi's got $6.2 million in liquidity. Yeah, again, don't chase green candles. Got a lot of money in, yeah, don't chase green candles. You're almost going to have to put this one on a, yeah, that's ridiculous. If you don't buy into that right now, you missed your boat. Can't stress enough how many people are going to get wrecked getting in on this green candle right here. So first thing I'll do is I'll put on a log chart because it's going to help me determine on how to actually trade this. But if we want to look at this Toshi token, let me put this on a 2-day because it looks like it's been trading for a little while now. It's got a definite pump right here. Let's see what we got from the top to the bottom. 1618, if you got in, would be 003. And you're currently at 001. So you got 2 cents to go on this one. If you end up hitting this 1618, where the fibs go, oh, look at that. That's the end of it right there. So just an FYI, if you are getting in this one, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 time as a break. This one, not really a good one, but you got a little bit of wiggle room right here. Let's go ahead and just tip this. 1, 2, 3, 4 time as a break. You're going to get rejected right here at this 0013 right now before you end up coming down. That is a lot of volume that just came in right here. So $26 million in volume just came in. That's crazy. But if you end up coming down, this is the level that you come down to, because again, you'd be trading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see what your Fibonacci is trading this. Put your 0.25 right there. You're going to be looking at a top of 001. So yeah, you're looking at that level. Maybe you wick up to here, you close candle body out. Where you're currently at, you're close enough to the golden pocket right here. Trade down from there. But if you look at an Elliott wave structure, this would be wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Oh, that don't work. Because if this is the top of wave 1, this cannot be the bottom of that next wave. So you actually have to look at it a little more like this. Let's stretch this bad boy up. So this is the local bottom, and your future bottom will be here. So let's take this trend line, put it right across there like that. So you put your 0.25 right on here, and you're currently hitting the 0.50. Looks like it stopped at the golden pocket really nicely. You're still inside the golden pocket, but again, your 001 is where you're currently at. So I'd say you probably hit this, come down to here, and then come play around up here a little bit more. And then you're probably going to need one more hit before it actually breaks back up. But the top of this 008 would be the next place to currently run to. And that may be the top of the bull cycle. But you got nothing left. This is just about done right now, so it's going to get a pullback. So be cautious if you're going to be trading this one. I don't see another top for this. Spark is getting what? Migrated? What are they migrating to? The project is great as it currently is. Are they doing their own chain? I got to keep up to date on the news on those real quick. All right, so obviously we want to bring up my favorite project, my very first Pulsechain project, which is Teddy Bear. Nobody remembers it. Everybody forgot about it. But I'm just going to pull up the chart anyway because I had a good time with creating it. So just an FYI, it's currently looking like it's about to turn around, but I don't know because nobody's really trading it. So there's only 2 buys. It was me. I got enough tokens. I don't need any more. I'm not selling any of my tokens right now, but there's 1.1K of liquidity, and we are right back down to the pre-sale level. The pre-sale level is 0.05. So we're just above the level that we were at. Everybody sold off all the tokens on top of me that I held. So I just have a bunch of tokens right now that I can start to utilize within the game. All the tokens that I have in my possession, I currently purchased. All the rest of them are currently locked up. I did do a massive burn. So if you want to know anything about Teddy Bear, teddybear.rip is my website. I love the RIP that I had the opportunity of doing. And if you go down to the burn wallets, I currently did, this started on the Eclipse. And then I did all the burns. It's got all the wallets. It shows I basically burned 50% every single time. Started at 5.5 trillion. And I'm currently burned all the way down to 9 million. 9 billion. So I don't want to go any further than that because we went through the October bull push, and here we are today. So I'm currently doing dev with King Pooie, Queen Pooie, and I'm fortunate to have this position to create their website and play with their stuff. And then let's do deck screen here. And then I also created another token I got roped in on over on Sui, which I'm fortunate. My partner wanted me to be able to start a project called the Beluga, and I'm just doing collaborating with them. So currently working on games. It's going to be fun. So, but if anybody's interested in my token, I did some fun stuff where I animated the little characters here, doing all kinds of stuff. Learned a lot using these AI tools. But it currently has it can't go any lower than this. This is the bottom. So once I start posting again, I think we're going to end up shooting up. But it's got a lot of room to move. I made it really, really low at the 21K market cap. So yeah, I think we're good. What else we got? Anybody else want to take a look at any more coins before I shut her down for the day?
KRJ, you've been cooking for a minute, man.
Yeah, I'm just about done here. Just looking at the YouTube.
Are you able? Do you have King and Queen Pooie charts pulled up? Are you able to pull them up? And then bottom line is, I'm starting to feel like if this SEC case can finally drop on Richard and all these other indicators, I got so excited the other day, and I'm also feeling like a contrarian too. Like, I don't want to obviously get too excited about what Trump was saying about saying AI and crypto, America first, because there's always that part of me kind of feels like, man, this feels almost too good to be true. America's finally, you know what I mean? There's some really exciting stuff going on in our space. And Smo's also wanted to hear talk about dark, and we love our dark over here, anti-gravity. What do you got pulled up here?
I'm just looking at the Bitcoin chart and just pulling up one last indicator that before we had that massive push right over here in 2017, we were at 1K. This is October of 2017. This is when Trump got elected. Not October. It was before then. It was 2017? At the end of 2017 is when he got 18, 19, 20, 21. So he's got the years. So 2016, 2017. So this push we had right before, this is when Trump got elected the last time. And we had this massive bull run. So this is when Trump got elected here. And we should get another massive bull run. We're going to get a pullback, but I think we're going to get this same massive bull run that we're about to have right here. So just an FYI, that's what I'm looking at when you put on the log chart. And you want to look at dark.
Yeah, let's take a look at dark. Let's take a look at dark, and then let's pull up the King and Queen Pooie chart. Obviously, I'm excited that I want everyone to know that the shit show that we do Monday through Thursday, we have open mic. We like to open things up for all crypto projects to come in that are legit, non-scammy, cross-chain, not just Pulsechain, even though we have our flag in the ground with Pulsechain and we have conviction and belief in it. But I want people to come on and just talk, Monday and Thursday. Last Thursday, we obviously had SJ and RG3 come on. That was a nice, event where they reached out to me and wanted to come on. And so we shut down the open mic on Thursday. And then Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we're going to have guests. It doesn't mean projects. It can be projects, but we'll have guests in general. Like this Wednesday, we have Shill Gates coming on again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have Shill Gates come on. We're going to talk crypto and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, let's talk dark. You know, I like Dark. These great guys. I've hung out with these guys personally in real life. Great dudes. Pulse Ray Vision, previously known as Hex Ray Vision, and the hexiest man in the world.
Well, Dark looks like it's following the same narrative, just is not moving as quickly as my charts are. I'm more excited than the token is. But it pulled back to this 0.125 level, so it definitely looks like it's ready to go. It's hitting the trend line on a third hit. It's got a little bit of wiggle room right over here. So can you come back down to the 0.004? It's possible, but this is the top of wave one. That's where I was saying. So right now we're bullish momentum currently to run up to this $221 a token. That's super, super easy to do on this project. So it would be highly bullish up until that point, and then you get drawn down from there. But you have a range zone for this 132 to this 224 area before it decides what it wants to do. So this is your questionable zone, but definitely huge bullish action between now and then. Since the token's only worth $28 right now, can you imagine getting in and getting a 659% on that token? Crazy, man, crazy. So that's where we're currently at. Maybe we're going to look at this a little bit more as a better, more respectable structure, because it does look like some sort of a channel formation we're currently in. So let's baby step it up to $84 first, and see if we can get that bullish sentiment going. So
there's a lot of mechanics in Dark, and it's like layers of the onion, and so much of it too. You know, don't take what people talk about as far as vaporizing things. Red Scroll, don't hop in here talking about vaporizing. And I won't get all into the mechanics, because that's a show that we'll have Pulse Ray and Anti-Gravity come back on. But there's a lot of stuff that's so bullish about the fuel cells, the Dark token. They're doing a lot of great things. You know, I'm excited for what it's going to do for Pulsechain. I'm just excited for other people to win too, and to continue to grow communities. That's what this cycle is going to represent for so many people on Pulsechain, is if we could stop all this like maxi stuff and see that there's builders out here trying to make a better digital economy, such as yourself, such as, you know, and you're intertwined in the things that we do too. But with your Daddy Bear, hey, we're trying to build. We're trying to build, and there's going to be a lot of people winning. Get used to it, everyone. A lot of people are going to win.
Yep. I think if we got some products right now that people can play with and enjoy while they're in this particular weird part where nobody really knows what's going on, and it's still like, are we bullish yet? Are we not bullish yet? This is the psychological. People have no idea what's going on. You're starting to feel it because the whales have bought in, and they're starting to pump the price. And then the marketing starts at the beginning of February, where all the whales now are paying people to be able to get in and pump all the tokens. And when Pulsechain goes up, and when PulseX goes up, and when, you know, Ink goes up, SolidX goes up. You know, when SolidX goes up, Dark's going to go up, because Dark, it's heavily paired to SolidX as well. You know, a lot of tokens are heavily paired to SolidX, and they depend on you know, that project to be able to keep them afloat and make them go crazy. And you know, shout out to all the support that these big people are helping us out with here in this chain, and to make this so it's not a dead chain. So yeah, there's so much sentiment behind it being bullish right now, but because of the Richard Hart fiasco with Interpool and everything else, you really have to look at that as a blessing, because right now everybody's got their opportunity to get their money here before it ends up taking off.
Yeah,
that's all priced in already. There's all this stuff that happened with Richard Hart's all priced in already, psychologically. So when I look at the charts, I can see that there's a bullish sentiment right now, and it's turning around, and you're getting higher lows and higher lows. And that just means that when he starts, when he finally comes out of whatever that he comes out of, and the SEC says, you know, that these tokens are not illegal and everything just goes on a massive rocket. And where are we in conjunction to the other tokens? I think Pulsechain and these tokens are going to get a massive rise, more percentage than the other tokens will. That's my take on that.
Yeah, and so many people are bonded to Solid X also, and then of course they're bonded to Ink, and liquidity is king. We all know this. Before we continue on to looks like you got who do you got pulled up right there? You have King.
That was Dark, and now this is King Pooie right over here.
Okay, before we hop into Queen, I'm going to show the quick Solid X 30-second video. Obviously, there's a lot of digital assets that we're plugging in to King and Queen Pooie that act as just continuous buyers and burners. But the one thing that I'm real excited about for Solid X is the fact that he's getting closer and closer to a game in which is going to continuously, buy and burn the Solid X token and the Ink token. So don't fade that. I'm going to show this video real quick for everyone, and then we'll come right back. Yeah, I think that games are going to be a pretty big thing on Pulsechain with the gas fees and the emissions being as low as they are. Just everyone on chain, be prepared for obviously meme coins and games to be on Pulsechain. Obviously, we're trying to create a lot more substance than just a meme. I like to use the word meme as culture, and really we're trying to capture the culture over here. And so I won't get too much into all the minutia of the details of what that means, because I'm learning more and more that some ideas don't need to necessarily be spoken out into existence to the broader public yet. I'm just working in the background to make those things happen. But I'm excited for Pulsechain, and I'm excited for Solid X and what it's going to do for everyone. There's a lot of great opportunity for people to get in on that. Like you showed on the chart, Solid X is in a great position. And this is just a forewarning. Do not sleep on the firewall and what he wants to accomplish. We see that I love PTGC and I love UFO, and I know that the firewall definitely wants to see Solid X do great things. So it's a sleeping giant, you guys. And don't fade the King and Queen Pooie and what we're doing. KRJ, you've done some amazing things on the back end as far as the charts. Trade and people, when you go to trade.King Pooie, it is not just about getting King Pooie. It's about you guys having more tools at your fingertips as far as the things go to make your life better and easier within this crypto space. And I thank you for all your help as far as building out that site. There's going to come a day where we can dismantle it and really break it down. But if you want to pull up the Queen Pooie chart, it's the alien tech in which, we derived. I'm not going to dox anyone, but we worked really close with a fellow alien tech team. I'll say that much. And the Queen Pooie token buys and burns PTGC and UFO. And the reason that we were working with them was not a slight at Solid X. It's because we were working with this team 6-8 months ago, before even Queen Pooie came out. And so this was just you like that? I seen a little ooh. Yeah, right? So when you do go in there, know that you have to set your slippage on PulseX to about 7%. It is a fee-based token. It continuously buys and burns King and Queen Pooie, but it's also buying and burning PTGC and UFO. And one of the narratives too, the queens are coming this cycle. If you guys don't know, women bring different energy, and that's the opportunity for all these queens of crypto to really, just get in behind something that they feel excited about. And they're excited about crypto. They're excited to teach it. We're going to have more women on the show, just like what you're doing today, where they just run with the show and have their own queen shit show where they just talk and they just ignite people and get people excited about DeFi. So what are you seeing there, bud?
Well, you can, I mean, I don't even need to tell you. This green line tells you exactly where we're at right now. I mean, this is just extremely bullish. We're breaking out of the cup and the handle stage. So if you see this little sideways action right over here, this is your cup, this is your handle, and we're currently breaking that handle. This is some people could probably look at this and find an inverted head and shoulders, but you're going to have a measured move off of that, which is this level right here from the bottom of the cup to the top of the cup. And when it finally breaks out of this level right here, you're already looking up this 0.0043%, 0.043. So just for sake of argument of this is their next run up, 33% is going to be the next run up, and that's going to take nothing to get there. This is on the macro scale, the short-term time frames. And this is just 2-hour time frames. This is extremely bullish. And if it continues up there, it's just a bigger cup and handle. So yeah, we've already broke bullish as of that last candle that happened 2 hours ago. And I would not sleep on this. This is crazy. If you don't know what these patterns look like, you can just come over to this Google and you type in, click images and just type in cup and kerp. Cup and handle pattern, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So if any of this terminology is confusing in the TA world, pictures, just use pictures. Just type in what I say, Elliott wave, support resistance, whatever you say, that pattern after it, and you're going to see all these little things over here. This is not new. When I started trading, I went to Google and I Googled all this stuff, and this is just crazy. And it followed all these same patterns because this is the traditional psychological things that people do when they're trading. So it's not always perfectly beautiful, but you can see this is also cup and a handle, and then you get that breakout right there, and then you go up. I mean, this is, you can see it. If you can't see this, then I don't know what's going on. But holy cow, this has to be a higher low, which it currently is. And you currently are within that channel, which you are. And then you currently have a breakout. So that channel right over there is exactly what you're looking at. So yeah, definitely okay. Hits the top of this one, rides over the bottom of that one. You get the trend line right here. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4 time as a break on the smaller one. 1, 2, 3, 4 time as a breaker on the bigger one. This is bullish right here. So I don't know what to say other than that. Good show.
Yeah, I mean, you've been cooking for a minute. I just want to invite everyone that if they want to like reach out to us, of course, for the shit show. One, we want to lock arms with everyone. I see so many people in the space that like, you know, behind the scenes, there's no doubt that I know that we've been building out the King and Queen Pooie, and we're trying to establish it where there's substance and power, and that it's like owning real estate on the blockchain. That's our goal beyond just the meme. Yeah, meme. You know, we're trying to you know invoke the culture and capture the culture, and there's certain things that we want to plug in that are cultural derivatives, if you will. And so by owning King and Queen Pooie, it's almost like you own an index of the culture. That being said, we want to lock arms with so many people because I feel like we're part of this, you know, there's no doubt about it. We're in a digital crypto revolution, you guys. And it's time to get on board. The general population is not in crypto yet. And it's our opportunity to make a lot of noise. And it's our opportunity to show people a difference in being in DeFi versus being in corporate and government institutions, flat out. And so sometimes things are shiny, sometimes things are music, sometimes things are games, sometimes things are crypto clothing, but we're getting them into crypto. And that's, you know, and do not sleep, of course, on Hex. Hex is the GOAT. I mean, we're here to bring people into crypto. There's different types of real estate throughout the world. Some people have Airbnbs in the mountains. Some people have oceanfront. Crypto can oftentimes be just junk. But if you understand that there's real estate out here that you want to own on the blockchain, this is your opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said, man.
Is there anything else that you kind of want to tee up? I know that, man, you've been cooking for a minute, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's just the overview. I really didn't do a deep dive into the actual tokens, but I'm getting the sentiment of where we're at, bullish, bearish, what tokens have already pumped, which ones are not good to buy in, like Toshi, for example. I can't go through them all, but you kind of get the idea. Don't chase red candles. Don't chase green candles. Put your money in a place where you can trade safely. For me, I don't trade meme coins. I try to stay away from present company included, because I know a lot of the stuff that's happening in the background here and how it's working. But I just don't throw my money in something because most of the time people will throw a chart at me, and then I'll simply look at the trades that are going on, or I'll look to see how many people are holding the token. And it's like, when you pull it up and you've got 20 wallets with the same amount of token, it's 94% of the supply. They've only got 6% of the supply in there. So yeah, you're gonna have a massive green candle, and that's just the way it is. Now you can run this chart up really, really easily by controlling the liquidity. That's king. Liquidity is king. So.
Well, I know we'll talk in the background. I think that this is helpful for the crypto space. I think it's helpful for Daddy Bear. I think it's helpful for King and Queen Pooie, and I think it's helpful for Pulsechain and people within this ecosystem to grasp more things than just Hex, Pulsechain, PulseX, to take a look at what Bitcoin's doing. These are the kind of things that, when you can put your finger on the pulse and kind of understand these things, it allows you to get a broader perspective of what's really going on in the space. And I know that so many people have their day jobs and these kind of things, and this is a way that we could kind of disseminate things. And so I'm kind of hoping that we could continue this going forward. Just like that, we want to open things up for the queens to come on and talk crypto. Who knows? They might just end up talking fashion for all we know. But it's a safe place for them to do that and talk about crypto and DeFi. So again, we're just trying to build out the channel. You guys like, share, sub. We're excited about the opportunity. Like I said, Monday through Thursday, the shit show, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That might change in the future to noon Pacific Standard Time. I have noticed that, like them or not, that oftentimes we're in competition with B-Roots at the time. If we shift it, our hours, maybe we hit a window where it's not so saturated. So that might be coming into play. That being the case, you have any final words that you want to throw down?
I don't, man. Thank you for having me on the show, and I look forward to more of this TA stuff. I look forward to the comments, see if anybody else liked it, and we'll kind of go from there. Feel out.
Okay. Hey, everyone, I appreciate you guys hopping in here for some Saturday TA and charts with KRJ. I believe that I have posted you could follow him, obviously, at KRJ. Let me find that again here real quick for everyone. I want you guys to go follow him on Twitter or X here. Where are we at?
It's just KRJ Crypto.
Just KRJ Crypto? Right on.
Crypto. That's really fun. Yeah.
Sweet. With that being said, everyone, you guys have yourself a great rest of the weekend. And you guys, you know how we got things kicked off with King Pooie. Sir Richard Hart came to the United States and installed a bidet for his mom. That's the situation. You guys have yourself a great weekend. Peace.
Do you want to be a king? Do you want to be a queen? Sitting on the throne, living in...
It's Richard Hart, rumored billionaire and bidet service technician. I'm here to install your bidet, sir.
It's the one and only Eagle Double G.
Here we go. Look at that technology right there. It's going to wash your butt, and your butt's going to be clean. Let's get to work. Woo! Ooh, doggy. Wow, this thing actually works great. Well, anyway, Richard Hart here, rumored to be a billionaire, installing a bidet for someone that I love. And, it seems to work just fine. It only cost $100, and well, I don't see any leaks. So, clean butts for everybody.
Do you want to be a king? Do you want to be a queen? Sitting on the throne.
Oh yeah, guys, we have open mic 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Monday. You guys have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.